Thanks everybody for tuning into the channel. In today's video, we have a really fun one. The USFL has revealed their jerseys, and this happened about 2 days ago. And I want to share with you guys, if you aren't already aware, the names of the teams and the jerseys. And if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. We post this kind of content all the time, so I'm really excited to share this with you. So number one, we have the Michigan Panthers, and to me, their uniforms are pretty interesting, little reminiscent, the helmet wise of kind of like a Florida State in terms of that kind of gold look. I love how it looks though. Kind of an interesting dynamic as well with the blue. So that's some combination that you generally don't see. So the Michigan Panthers, definitely a team that you have to like how those jerseys look. Some people may not like it, but that is kind of a fresh twist on jerseys. Next, we have the Tampa Bay Bandits. Now, the Tampa Bay Bandits give me a little bit of the feel of the Houston Roughnecks of the XFL, just with the helmets. And that's kind of the vibe I'm getting with it. I think their logo is really, really cool. Looking at the actual jerseys themselves, once again, you kind of got some red going on here. You got the red piping down the pants, the red socks, the red jerseys. So overall, once again, it's really tough. I love the overall look of this uniform. This is pretty good. Very strong logo. That's something that I will take away from it. Really, really strong logo. I'm glad Tampa Bay got a team here as well. And then we move on to the Philadelphia Stars. Now, the Philadelphia Stars, kind of more of that focus on the yellow. A lot of yellow in it. Once again, another team with some red in it. And that's something you're going to notice when I'm revealing these. I think there's at least 4 teams in the USFL out of the 8 that have that red look. So once again, you got the Philadelphia Stars. It's got the red and yellow thing going on. You see on the logo kind of like a 3-tone star, 3 stars on there. Really, really nice look overall in terms of the logo and the font on the stars part of it. So I do like this one as well. I think this is a pretty interesting jersey. And then you get New Jersey Generals. Reminds me a lot of the Kansas City Chiefs, just from the standpoint of you got the red face mask, you got the red jerseys, red helmet. So kind of reminiscent of that. I know the New Jersey Generals used to exist once upon a time, brought them back. I think that's an awesome logo. Really, really neat logo. Cool font on there. The jerseys are they're pretty decent as well. I mean, there's not one in here I necessarily, hate by any stretch of the imagination. However, you got the New Jersey Generals. After that, we got Houston. The Houston Gamblers, really cool name. I love that. Pocket Aces. They got the black going on. They have the one thing I don't love is this gray look to it. I mean, maybe some people like that. I'm not as big of a fan with that gray look. I don't know if it's just a shade of gray or what it is, but I think the black jersey, black helmet is a really, really clean look. Makes that logo pop. Once again, really creative logo with the Houston Gamblers. So that should be a fun team to watch on the field as well. Now you got the Birmingham Stallions, and the Stallions, we're looking at red again. Another team that features red, kind of got that gold helmet look. The font of the numbers is pretty interesting in my opinion. That's something that I can totally get behind. Another team in Birmingham, if we remember the Iron, back in the day of the AAF, which that was a fun league to watch. Orlando Apollos was a part of that as well. But that another league, unfortunately, that folded. Then they went to the XFL, and then now the USFL, which hopefully this one has some staying power. I know the XFL is trying to make a comeback heading into next year. They had a partnership with the CFL trying to make that work, and those talks really fell apart for the season. So you might be seeing a return of the XFL next year. So we will have 2 competing leagues around the same time of the year. So that is pretty interesting. And here might be the fan favorite of a lot of people. You look at it from the standpoint of utilizing that kind of purple and orange look, not a look that you see often in sports. Really awesome logo, in my opinion. The name is sweet as well. I love the white face mask on all of it. Clean looking helmets. I think this is a really, good jersey overall combination as well. They look a little bit actually like those Orlando Apollos, just from a color scheme. I know the Apollos was more blue, but this has a purpley tone to it, kind of like the Phoenix Suns in terms of the actual color scheme. So The Maulers, really, really fun team to watch. That might be my favorite team. I haven't necessarily determined that yet. And we have the New Orleans Breakers next. Now, this is utilizing those different shades of, that blue look. I think this is phenomenal. I think this is exactly what New Orleans needed to do, needed to break out this color scheme. I think it works perfectly with the logo. And I think for what it stands for, I think this is an absolute phenomenal color combination, jersey combination. I love the waves, especially on the shoulder pads, and the helmet looks really cool. Kind of got almost that all white look, white helmet, white face mask. To me, that always looks really, really good, especially if guys have dark visors as well. Really contrast that. So overall, I mean, you have to love what the USFL did. To me, I wish they didn't do as much red. However, they have some really great team names. They have some really great logos. Some of the jerseys are phenomenal as well. Not all of them, but everybody's different. Everybody has a different opinion on what they like. So it's always tough to please every single person that looks at it. So, it's just never going to happen. But New Orleans did a terrific job with the theme of the city, the logo itself, and the color combination. I think this was a really, really good job by the USFL, really embodying what each city was about. If we go through that again, I love the Breakers for New Orleans. I think that fits perfectly. The Maulers is terrific for Pittsburgh. The Stallions, really cool for Birmingham as well. They got the whole full steed ahead. I think that's going to be kind of their mantra here, led by Skip Holtz as well, Lou Holtz's son. I think that's a great storyline to kind of monitor. And then we go here, Kevin Sumlin, a guy that, he's been around football a long time. If you remember his time with the A&M Aggies, really fun to watch him there. And we'll go up here to the New Jersey Generals. Again, I think they're going to be so much fun to watch as well. The Philadelphia Stars, again here, Bart Andrews is going to be their head coach. So that's really cool. I think there's a lot of potential with this league. I think it's a great developmental spot. I think the NFL, aside from just having regular college football, I think they've needed this for quite some time, in my opinion. Having a consistent development league for guys that are out of school, they need another pathway because, it's not as popular worldwide. Football, football American or American football, geez. Worldwide, it's not a super, super big thing. In the NBA, you had the development leagues across the world, in Spain, in Australia. There's a lot of different avenues these guys can go once they get bounced from the league and make a comeback. The NFL, it's not that same way. You get that one chance and you can maybe catch on with the practice squad. That's really your last resort. But one more development league, a league that guys can consistently go to, once they get bounced from the league and can prove that they can play at a high level, I think is super, super important for league growth and overall league product. I love this, what they've done. I'll go up to the top one more time just so we can get a holistic look of all of the different team jerseys all together. And if I were to have to pick a favorite, it's tough for me not to look at the Maulers and say they have the best one. I liked Houston, aside from, those gray pants, and once again, the Breakers as well present a really, really strong case. But to me personally, I love the Maulers. I think that's going to be potentially my favorite team. So let me know in the comment section below who has the best jerseys and also who you will be rooting for in this USFL season. I'm super excited. Let me know what your thoughts are, and we will catch you guys in the next video.